look what we got, man. We got the tools. We're going to hammer some stuff out. So first, let me explain. On this 6 Series Convertible, we've done some work, and then the customer said, hey, can you check out my axles, whatever. So we see a leak, we want to take the wheels off. On the right side, the key for the lock snapped when we were trying to break it loose. Well, that didn't make a whole lot of sense. So we took out a breaker bar, we took out the torque wrench as well. We figured, let's check the torque wrench. When we checked the torque, they were around 250 to 260 foot-pounds of torque to break them loose. Now, this is only a 12 millimeter lug bolt, and the 12 millimeter can be anywhere from 85 to 95 is a reasonable torque, is a proper torque for those. So now what do we have to do? We have a special tool to take off the center, the lock, where the key goes. And there's a little old school trick that we use. When you have something that's really tight, the way you can shake it loose sometimes is with a little abuse. A big hammer goes a long way. So this is a hardened piece of steel, and then we put some tape just to protect it on the wheel. So this will fit right in, and you can see it's nice. It's going to prevent any damage to the wheel. So what we're going to do is we're going to impact that. That puts some nice shock straight through the bolt. So then the next step is going to be to use this specialty tool. And what this does is basically a collet that's going to go down. It has a lip. It's going to grab the cap around that lock, and we're going to pull it off. So this is going to just push in. This guy here is going to turn and tighten up, and as you snug this up, it's going to clamp down those like claws right around the bottom of the lock. So what we want to make sure is that this puller is nice and tight. They give you a little bar for it, and this is just to help hold. And then the other thing I like to use is you can do it by hand a little bit, and then I will use a little bit of the plier as well and just hold it steady and make sure that our guy is relatively snug. That should be enough, because what we don't want is we don't want that clamp to come loose. So now next step is we slide in our hammer here. Slide hammer. Reminds me of the old body shop days. And it's easier to actually spin this part instead of spinning the heavy side here. Now we want to remember that part where we talk about thread engagement to make sure that we have proper thread engagement or whatever. If you look through here, you'll see that the threads will start to come through. Now this is about a 15 millimeter 5/8, so we want to make sure if we can get 1.5 times, 2 times diameter, I'll be happy. So once the threads start to show up through the hole and just go through the hole a little bit, I'll be happy with it. And there's my telltale. I got enough thread. Now, keep hands safe. We got this ball here. We're going to keep the hands safe. We're going to just pull out. And viola, as Bugs Bunny would say, or as the French would say, voila. We're going to spin this guy off, and we're going to go over to the vise and release this, and we're going to show you what the inside looks like. Now, if you come over here, we'll need a light, but you can see the splines in there. If you go on an angle a little bit, you can see the splines right in there. There you go. So that's what this guy, when I pull this out, you'll see the whole story. And I'm going to grab my pliers, go over to my vise, and break this guy loose. Just going to grab this in here. Make sure we grab 2 of the splines here and 1 over here, and then we should be good to go. And this will start to spin loose, and we're going to watch it fall out. There we go. And there's your captured lock, and these are the splines that are pressed in. So effectively, we come in with this tool. It goes in over, and it gets the slip on the puller. We'll grab this ring and pull this guy off. Now it's exposed. Now if everything goes smooth, what we've done our best to try to shock everything loose, and we can use a little bit more impact if we want. And so there's 2 ways of doing that. Again, we can come in here straight over this, and then we can go and then get this guy out. This is why we line it with nice tape. This way it can't damage the wheel. And we're going to take our breaker bar. We're going to get a little hammer. We can use this guy here. And then where is our spline tool? Right here. We're going to tap in the spline tool. The spline tool, this is slightly worn, but it's still going to do the job. We have a new one on order. I like to see the splines as sharp as the splines over here, but this one's got some good use on it. So now we're just going to go in and try to pick up an existing spline. And if we are lucky, this should come off. I always like to support. If you don't support here and you start pulling, you can twist this and then everything will slip. So I like to support, not push, but just support. And then, and what does Bugs Bunny say? Viola. Because here we go. What do we got? There you go. Now this is pretty tight in here. So a hammer is a man's best friend. This time we'll take a slightly smaller hammer. And we're going to go back over to the vise. Clamp this guy in. And then we're just going to go back and forth. I'm putting a little bit of upward force as well. And there's the tool. And here's the lug bolt. You can actually see the witness marks down in there from where we impacted it pretty good, driving it in. So if you don't do that, you risk stripping it. There you go. Extraction number 2. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, put them below. If you like the content, follow VAC Motorsports. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.